Welcome to Sunshine and Lemons Yoga. My name is Heather, and I share gentle, easy yoga practices to help you de-stress and feel your best. Today, we'll be focusing on our hips and legs. I will be using a block for pyramid pose, but it's completely up to you if you want to have props nearby. We'll begin in child's pose at the back of your mat, knees together or wide. We'll take a moment to connect with the body, to connect with our breath, beginning to notice all points of contact with the ground beneath you, allowing your body to feel the support of the earth. And maybe you begin to notice your inhales deepening a little more, and your exhales lengthen just a little longer. Allow yourself to feel whatever is present for you in this moment. Just feeling, no stories about why we're feeling this way, no judgment, no criticism. Beautiful. We'll slowly walk ourselves up to a seated position. From here, we'll step the right foot forward, heel toeing the foot to the right edge of your mat. Hands are placed to the inside of the leg, palms pressing into the floor. The back toes are untucked. Allow the hips to be heavy, softening and sinking towards the ground. Inhaling full and deep, imagining sending the breath to any tight areas. And on the exhale, all of your muscles soften and relax into the pose a little more. We'll slowly release the right leg, extending it out long behind us, pressing through the toes, and we'll switch sides, stepping the left leg forward, placing it to the left edge of your mat. Hands plant to the inside of the legs. Inhaling full and deep here, exhaling completely. Imagining sending the breath to any tight areas, and as you exhale, allowing all of your muscles to soften and relax a little more. We'll slowly release, stepping the left leg out behind, pressing through the toes. Come back to tabletop, tuck the toes, and we'll press back to down dog. Pedaling out the legs, bending one leg deeply and then the other. Breathing here, getting a nice big stretch for the entire body. And then finding stillness. Gazing to the top of the mat, we'll step the right foot in between the hands, taking a moment to ground down before rising up to a high lunge, hands coming to the knee. This is a very strong pose, so if you're not feeling it, feel free to rest the back knee down for a low lunge instead. Breathe here, fully inhaling, completely exhaling. Stay here, or maybe you place the left hand down, extending the right arm high for an easy twist. Breathe here. Plant the hands, and everyone steps back to down dog. Breathing here, inhaling fully, exhaling deeply. On your next inhale, step the left leg forward, high lunge. Hands come to the knee. Feel free to lower the right leg down if you prefer. Inhale, full deep breath, exhaling completely. Stay where you are, or maybe you take an easy twist. Right hand plants, left arm extends up to the sky. Inhale and exhaling fully. Plant the hands, everyone press back to downward dog. Breathing here. On your next exhale, feet step to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms high, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, we'll take pyramid pose. If you want your prop, grab it now. And we'll step the left foot back, turning the foot out to a 45-degree angle. The right foot stays facing straight. The heels are in line with one another, or you can add a little space in between if the balance doesn't feel quite right. Hands come to our blocks or the ground. We lower the torso down as much as we can while keeping the spine straight. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Step to the top of your mat and we'll switch sides. This time stepping the right leg back, foot turns out to a 45-degree angle. The back is flat, hands on blocks or legs, or maybe reach all the way down while maintaining that flat back. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Step to the top of your mat, removing any props. We'll take a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Inhale, step to plank. Drop the knees. Exhale to child's pose. Breathing here. Roll forward to tabletop, and we'll bring the right leg forward for pigeon pose. The right knee behind right wrist. The knee bends as deeply as needed. The back toes are untucked. Keep the hips pointing towards the front of the room. Feel free to support yourself with a block under the right hip, or you can take reclined pigeon instead. You can stay tall, or you can release the torso down. Inhaling fully, imagining the breath soaking into any tight muscles, relaxing and softening them a little more with each and every exhale. We'll return to sitting upright and we'll release the right leg out behind, pressing through the toes. And we'll switch sides, bringing the left leg forward, left knee behind left wrist, the knee bending as deeply as needed, back toes untucked, keeping the hips pointing forward. supporting yourself under the left hips with the props as needed. Or maybe you take recline pigeon instead. You can stay sitting upright, or maybe lower the torso down, resting the head on the back of the hands. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Never sacrifice your breath for the sake of the pose. If you find you can't breathe comfortably or you're holding your breath, just back out a little bit or modify. Return the torso to upright and we'll release the pose, extending the left leg out long behind, pressing through the toes. Coming forward, we'll come to sit between the legs for hero's pose. If this is enough for you, stay right here, or you can come to reclining on the elbows if it feels safe. Or maybe you come all the way down, tucking the tailbone under. Breathe here, inhaling and exhaling fully. We'll slowly and carefully return to seated, pressing up to the elbows and then rising all the way up. Pause here and then leaning back, release the legs, bending them in front of you, and we'll release them from side to side. Last time, and then we'll come to a comfortable seated position. Let's take a final inhale together, reaching the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. It always amazes me how just a little bit of movement and breath can really shift our energy and our outlooks, creating clarity and positivity. If you enjoyed this practice, like this video, leave me a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. And if you want to subscribe, I would love to connect with you again in the next video.